Do you get mad if a band copies your style?
No. Good luck to them. Maybe they'll do something we can copy later.
I could think of a few of them that I would like to have right about now, right about here.
To be perfectly honest, there's nobody who's original. Nobody's original out there. We're all thieves.
Some of them are just pure plagiarists. I won't mention any names. Initials start with...
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and it's nice to know that you made some mark on music.
Kiss supported Black Sabbath in the early 70s, and that was the first time I'd ever really saw a magnificent stage production with theatrics. I mean, they were incredible. They were the forerunners of today, you know.
I think it's very important to be an innovator. And since we were the first to do any of this, it's fun to still be doing it, and as far as I'm concerned, still doing it better than any of the bands that are copying us.
Well, I think heavy metal is the true rock and roll of the 80s. And rock and roll was basically music made by people who were thinking with their crotches.
Punk was getting to be techno. Punk was turning into disco in disguise.
And it's fast and it's aggressive and it's rebellious and their parents hate it, which has always been the mark of good rock and roll. If your parents don't like it, it's good.
What do you think parents think about you?
Do I care?
The heavy metal bands.
If you want to take me serious, you can. If you don't want to take me serious, you don't have to. But all I'm saying is this face, people are going to fucking remember it, okay? And it's going to go down in history, and I know that. I don't want to be like Jim Morrison, but I want to go down in history like that, or Robert Plant, or any of the really bigger people. And I feel that it's within us and within me.
What if it doesn't happen?
It's going to happen.
I am actually an alcoholic now, I guess. I think I'm probably about 4 on the Richter scale of alcoholism.
I was always at about 3.2 at all times. If I would have been stopped driving at any time, even if I hadn't had anything to drink for 2 weeks, I would still have been legally drunk.
I'll get tired of waking up hungover and having to do a couple of lines and a couple of beers just to get moving, you know, which is where it was at. And then you got to get that together so you can go and cop dope.
What was the Betty Ford Clinic like?
Boring. No, actually, the educational value was okay. It made me realise that I was an alcoholic and I am a drug addict. But I still am an alcoholic, and you always are, you know. It's,
But you feel better now?
No.
But after a while, when you do it so much, it's not the same as the first time. You know, it turns against you, especially with drugs.
Did rock and roll do it to you?
Well, yeah, I guess it did, because we got a free bottle backstage every show, you see, so... I mean, you don't want to leave, you know, the last quarter of the bottle, so you tend to finish it up, you know.
The worst thing I can imagine is hurting yourself. You may as well just jump off a building. I mean, what's the difference?
They say you're not like a 60-year-old guy, you're like 3 20-year-old guys with all the energy you have. Well, I do put cotton in my ears when I come in, but I hear the music better that way.